Hi there, I'm Sean J. Vincent. I'm going to talk to you today about laptops. I have been using Macs since the early 2000s when a software package called Logic that I was using on the PC moved to become Mac only. Apple bought it. That was the end of that. I was working in music production all the time. At that point, I had to buy a Mac. I really loved the Mac. Once I got into it, the whole sort of system of using Apple, I really liked it. And pretty soon after buying a G5 I bought first of all to use for work. I then got an iBook, and then the iBook I think I traded in for a MacBook. Then I had a MacBook Pro. I think I had a couple of different MacBook Pros. Then I got my first MacBook Air when I realised I didn't need the Pro features when I was out and about. And my second MacBook Air I bought 2 years ago, and it's this one. It's the 11-inch MacBook Air. It's a beautiful computer. I absolutely love it. I did pay a lot of money for it because these days you have to decide when you buy your computer, well, with a Mac especially, how much RAM, how much disk space, everything. It's all on one circuit board. It's all solid state, so you can't upgrade it. You have to get whatever you want at the time you buy it. So I got the most amount of RAM, the biggest hard drive. So it was a lot of money. It was around sort of $2,000, that kind of price, which is a lot of money for a laptop. In the 2 years since I've had this, I would say the amount of work I've done that needed that extra grunt was minimal. Maybe a couple of times I've used Final Cut on it when I've been out and about. There's a couple of times I've used Logic on it, which is, you need the grunt for that. Most of the time I'm doing email, I'm online, surfing the web using Chrome, maybe a bit of Photoshop. And I write on it. I write my scripts. I use a package called Movie Draft, or sometimes I use Final Draft. You just don't need this kind of power for that. The other issue is that, regardless of insurance, if you lose it, and I do a lot of traveling, I'm always on planes, I'm always all over the place. If I lose it, that's a big loss, whichever way you look at it. Now you can sort of back up to the cloud. Everything that I'm working on currently is always on Dropbox. So if I do lose my computer, I haven't lost my files. I don't do that with everything. My email is still living on here. A lot of other stuff lives on here. And obviously the grief of having to go and get another one in that situation, no one really wants that. So that, combined with the cost of, buying one in the first place, I just started thinking maybe there's another answer. So this summer, I bought this. This is an ASUS ChromeBook. I don't know if you've heard about Chromebooks, but a Chromebook is basically a laptop that only runs Google Chrome. That's it. It doesn't have an operating system. You turn it on, you log into your Google account, and it's as if you've just got the Chrome browser and nothing else. Sounds limiting, but the amount of Google apps that you can run online, like there's Google Docs, Google Calendar, obviously YouTube, you've got Keep, which is the note-taking app, you've got, they've got their own version of sort of Excel, they've got their own version of all the popular sort of Office apps, as well as many other things, photo editing. It's getting to the point now where almost everything is available online using Google. Not only that, but recently it got updated. Not all models of Chromebooks, but some, and this is one of them. This is the ASUS Flip. This can now run Android apps. I use an Android phone. I use the Samsung S7 Edge, this thing, which is a great phone. I love it. Although I'm in the Apple ecosystem, I'm also very much in the Android and Google ecosystem. So now I can run these apps on this laptop. That's really cool. The other thing, this particular model, it's really well built. It's metal, it's not plastic. It's got, the power, volume, power button, 2 USB 3 slots, an HDMI output, SD card slot for storage, a microphone/headphone socket. But one of the coolest things is that it's tiny. It's 10-inch, very small. It's smaller than the 11-inch MacBook Air by quite a bit, you see. So that's a significant saving. It's a little bit lighter. Stereo speakers, pretty good sound. But one of the coolest things I like about this is that it turns into a tablet. You just fold it back on itself, and there it is. That turns the keyboard off, so you don't have to worry about touching the keyboard. And now you're running exactly the same. It's not like a tablet where you have to run Android or you're running iOS. It's running exactly the same. So it's just touch sensitive. So now all of a sudden, everything that you can do on your computer, you can do on your tablet. Another cool feature, if I'm logged in to my Android phone, and that is within a certain distance, which is normally sort of in your pocket kind of thing, very close, I don't have to type in my password every time. I just click my photo and I'm in. That's it, no signing in, as long as you've got your phone unlocked near you. So my phone then gives me a notification to tell me that my Chromebook has been unlocked using my phone. So if someone had picked it up and gone over there and tried to get in and, you know, freight me or whatever, I'd get a notification to say that was going on. So that's pretty cool. And there it is. I'm running Google and all the same, you know, functionality as if you were running it on anything else. So why would I do that? Why would I give up a Mac for this? This was around $200. It's about 150 quid. And nothing lives on it. I can store stuff on it. I can put movies on the SD card or whatever I want, but almost everything lives on the cloud. You have local access as well, so you can get to your documents if you're not online, so none of that's a problem. But if I lose this, whatever gets run over, gets trashed, gets lost, there is nothing lost. I can go to any store that sells them, buy another one, log into my Google account, everything's back. Exactly the same. No faff, no messing around, no real need to insure it. $200, 150 quid, I'm back in business. So it's $2,000, $200. It's getting to the point where when my MacBook Air dies, which it will one day, they all do, hopefully I've got a few years in it yet, I'm not sure I'll replace it. I'm using this more and more, and unless something happens, unless there's some change in the way that I work, someone got an email, I can't see me buying another Mac laptop. I think that's unlikely. So yeah, I just wanted to spread the word a bit really. Don't be scared of the Chromebook. It's such a cool little thing. It's really nippy. The trackpad's really good. It's well built, and it doubles up as a tablet. So I sit there and I watch TV, and I use this to send stuff to my Chromecast, which is plugged into my telly. It's such a do-everything computer, and it's cheap, well built, and just such a good idea. And the other thing is, if the kids come over or a friend comes over and they've got a Google account and they want to check their email or whatever else, I just log out, one button log out, they log in, and it's as if it's theirs. All of their Google information will show up as if it's their computer. Then they log out, they're gone, and I can get back in. That's really cool, it's really clever. So there you go, Chromebooks. Especially this one, the ASUS Flip. It's such a cool bit of kit, very cheap. Can't recommend it highly enough.